after the MC took a Koistinen.
Introducing to first, the fighter on my left, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black and red. His official weight, 78.9 kilograms, holding a seasoned record of 46 fights, 43 wins and 3 defeats, including 16 big KO victories. He's a former world title challenger and the current WBO International and WBA Continental Champion. And he comes to us from Munich, Germany. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the challenger, Robin Krasniqi. And introducing his opponent in the blue corner, wearing orange and blue, his official weight, 78.6 kilograms. He's a two-time world champion, and his professional record stands at 47 fights, 45 wins and 2 defeats, including 33 big wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, from Juergen, Germany, the reigning and defending WBA light heavyweight champion of the world, Juergen Braehmer.
Not hard to know who the crowd favourite is here, and it's not Robin Krasniqi. Juergen. The cry from around the arena. Two tough, seasoned, proven quality fighters here, both in excess of 40 fights. The one thing they have in common, neither of them have been stopped. That would suggest this one is going to go a long, long way, and probably the full 12 rounds. Tony Weeks is the referee.
You both receive your instructions. Okay, here, okay, no good. Here, okay, here, no good. I want a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times, above all, protect yourselves at all times. Let's go.
Well, one significant factor for me, Jim, could be movement. Juergen Braehmer, even for 36 years old, is very, very light on his feet. Enzo Maccarinelli used the word nimble to describe him, and that's a really good word. He moves around the ring really well. Krasniqi, what we've seen of him, is not nimble at all. He's not fluent in his movement, and that makes him easy to hit. And I wonder how big a factor that might be tonight. But here we go, underway. Braehmer in the orange, Krasniqi in the red. This battle for the WBA light heavyweight title.
Yeah, Braehmer has the speed. I think he also has the power, and then the southpaw stance. So Krasniqi's probably the one who's going to have to adjust what he normally does to get a win here, and that straight away puts you at a disadvantage. I think Braehmer will box his normal fight. Doesn't think the greatest defence in the world, Braehmer, at times when he's attacking, he leaves himself open. But I don't know that Krasniqi punches hard enough to punish him for that. But it's two quality performers, and I think we're in for a treat here. This will be good.
Well, Krasniqi had the advantage of boxing a southpaw last time out, back in December. He polled Darius Zek at a full 12 rounder there, so he will not be a stranger to boxing a southpaw.
So you can see Krasniqi's moving to his left, trying to get outside the southpaw jab. I mean, that's the first thing you want to do with a southpaw, is push him round in a clockwise direction. It's the uncomfortable way for the southpaw to move, so he's managing that, but he's not getting into range as yet to do anything positive.
Both of them just pouring away at the moment. A slow, steady start. And you will see those leading feet come together. They will tread on each other's toes, but Krasniqi, textbook says you need to get your lead foot outside, as Jim just said. Lead foot of the southpaw.
I mean, you can see already Krasniqi is well schooled. In the early stages, maybe Braehmer just a little bit the sharper of the two. both doing a lot of thinking in there. Yep, a nice little response again from Braehmer. So I think any mistake Krasniqi makes, he realises he's going to be punished for it. So concentration is important.
And those left-hand counters as well, Braehmer. Every time Krasniqi does move in, he does run the risk of being countered. Sharp work again from the champion.
Yeah, he's suckered Krasniqi into that. You know, he's inviting the leads. He's inviting the leads and just having the counter punches poised and ready.
Picking some sharp, clean punches in this opening session, Juergen Braehmer. Krasniqi off target. Sharp start from Juergen Braehmer, not so sharp from Robin Krasniqi. Well, I think he's hearing about it as well. Had one shot at a world title against Nathan Cleverly. That didn't end too well for him. Went the distance. But I don't seem to remember Nathan being in any trouble against Krasniqi.
No, it doesn't really spring any surprises, Krasniqi. You know, what you see is what you get. The way he boxed last time is the way he's going to box this time. I think Braehmer is a little bit more adaptable to situations, and then he uses that southpaw stance to good effect. And you can see him, he's inviting the leads again from Krasniqi, and he's got that left hand cocked and ready at all time.
Definitely got his head together as well, and good shot there, left hand. That was a big success for Krasniqi. And Braehmer clinging on like a limpet immediately after that.
Well, that's exactly what Krasniqi needed. Something just to give him that confidence and settle him. That was a beauty.
Now, what sort of response will that produce from Braehmer? Clever little shot that Krasniqi threw. Braehmer continued to pour away with that right lead. But it's just a nuisance at the moment. It's falling short, getting blocked on the gloves. There's one on the left hand there as well. Now that was better. That was sharper again from the defending champion. The second left hand got through. A bit more success. Well, this is getting Braehmer's attention, if nothing else.
This is good stuff from Krasniqi. You know, he's nice and compact. He's tall, but he's kind of bending the knees, getting himself down a little bit lower. The chin's down.
Braehmer rocks Krasniqi, and he's hurt. The tide has turned again in this second round. Krasniqi holds on, and we've still got nearly a full minute of the round to go. They've both been shaken.
I think Krasniqi was shaken a lot more than Braehmer was. That was a terrific shot. He really got his shoulder behind that punch. But up to that point, Krasniqi was really doing well.
And again, he's landed one of those left hands, Braehmer. So, Krasniqi's good work undone.
Well, that's what being a champion is all about, you know, turning things back in your favour again. I think Braehmer's done that. Two good punches in this round from Krasniqi. The response from Braehmer has been pretty impressive. Just when he was gaining confidence with a left hand, Braehmer took it away from him again.
He really did put the challenger back in his place. And that second round exploded into life. Well, they both had their moments in that second round. Krasniqi with a couple of real beauties, but it was Braehmer that staggered the champion.
Yeah, at that point it looked as though Krasniqi was on his way to winning the round, building his confidence, and then it was taken away from him because he really was stunned by that shot. This is the... See, lead with the right and then finish, put the power onto the finishing shot with the leading hand. That worked for Krasniqi there. Then a right hand, you know, a few seconds later, didn't have Braehmer in any great trouble. But, you know, but that, look at the reaction in the legs and straight onto the defensive. They're covering up, not thinking about throwing anything back because you're hurt. He did the right thing, coped with the crisis as well, but he was hurt.
Fascinating second round as we move into round 3 of this WBA light heavyweight title fight. Juergen Braehmer in the orange defending against Robin Krasniqi. Braehmer with significant edge in experience of major world title fights. Krasniqi has just the one against Cleverly.
I mean, he uses the left hand well from that southpaw stance. He leads with it quite often, Braehmer. See there, he's just as I'm saying there, he's doing it. So quite a lot of southpaws are right-handed. It's just the way they pick up. I was one myself, but I don't get the impression that Braehmer is. You know, he gets a lot of power into that backhand. He's waiting for these chances. You can see him just trying to draw mistakes from Krasniqi, just poised and ready again.
With the left hand there, just a glancing shot as Braehmer moved in. He's raiding very well here. Braehmer is just moving in, getting out again.
Stop.
See, Krasniqi's blocking the leads, so Braehmer knows if he follows through with the left hand, Krasniqi's still going to be there in the same spot, just with his hands up. Maybe so that's better. A little head movement from Braehmer underneath. Slip the punches as opposed to trying to block them. Not finding the range with that.
Nor is Krasniqi slowing down Braehmer yet. Obviously still very, very early, but that will be part of the game plan. Try and wear him down a little bit, slow him down, so you can build back in the second half of the fight, assuming that is, as most people think, that Braehmer will be the superior mover, will have a points lead at about the halfway point.
Yes, boxing nicely, Braehmer, you know, good movement, just teasing Krasniqi on the edge of range, just trying, you know, encouraging him to lead so he can counter. It's clever stuff. It's not edge of the seat stuff, but it's clever. Krasniqi reached him with that one.
Well, he is reaching, isn't he? He's being forced to lunge in, and he does leave himself open to the counter when he does. Oh, that was better from Krasniqi.
He took a left hook in return, and that's put him on a bit defensive again. Oh, that's the shoulder. Now I need to have a word using the shoulder there, but he has the power to take it away from Krasniqi. I don't think Krasniqi has the same power.
Oh, that really was a statement that he just made there, Braehmer. You rock me, I will rock you back with interest.
Well, I think the significant thing for me at the moment is they've both landed big punches, but Braehmer takes his medicine and comes back with something. Krasniqi is forced onto the defensive, so Braehmer looks to be the one with the power.
Braehmer always has been a heavy hitter throughout his career. You look at the number of fights he's had, and particularly at world level. This is his 48th fight, and he has a 70% knockout percentage. That's a dig. That's a couple of times he's rocked Krasniqi, who has a very good chin.
I like the fact that he uses the left hand so much from that southpaw stance. You know, it makes for good action. You know, some southpaws, you know, they work away with the leading hand 80% of the time. But Braehmer, he likes to bring it in every opportunity. Good uppercut again.
Another right hand there. Krasniqi really giving this a go. Sure, part of the game plan from Krasniqi camp must be the knowledge that you're almost certainly not going to get a points decision here. You've got to go out and try and put this fella on the floor, because he's really throwing some bombs.
Yep, he's having a good spell at the moment. I mean, he's doing all the right things. It's just that Braehmer's clever. difficult to pin down. I mean, his defences are good, his chin's down, Krasniqi. He's coming forward. He always has to be mindful of the fact that he's been shaken a couple of times.
But he's going to have to take some risks. He is not going to win this fight by pinching it here and there. He's got to put it to Braehmer. I hope that he can break through.
Well, this is kind of pick 'em round. So far, no one's really taken charge.
Braehmer peppering away with that nuisance of a jab. Just keeping Krasniqi on the end of it, giving him something to think about, then switching the lead.
It's kind of fencing in this round from both men. Krasniqi just a little bit more adventurous of the two at the moment. Yep, there he goes with the right hand. Missing.
Looking comfortable here, though, Braehmer.
Hasn't produced an awful lot in this round. Krasniqi's the one putting in the work, taking the chances. It's a lot of kind of fencing from Braehmer here, as though he wants to sucker him onto something again.
He's put a lot of work into this round. Oh, well, had some success there, Krasniqi.
Yeah, well, I've liked Krasniqi in this round. He's the one showing that little bit of
catching
spirit.
was a
Yeah,
terrific
good stuff.
finish. Good body shot mixed into the barrage as well. Certainly ended the round on top. Well, that got Braehmer's attention. That onslaught from Krasniqi in the last few seconds of that round, although Braehmer himself had the last word with a decent left hand, but there was some good work from Krasniqi there. It's built himself a little something. And I was impressed with his work rate as much as anything, Jim. He just kept going and going and going. The success was limited, but it did come for him towards the end of that round. Now, can he keep that kind of pace up?
Just wondering how much of that was the fact that Braehmer kind of settled the pace down. I think he was looking for single shots. He's shaken Krasniqi a couple of times. I think he spent that round just hoping for one big shot, but I thought he was outworked. Just kind of playing with the southpaw jab at the moment.
It's just a nuisance, isn't it? It's just keeping Krasniqi at bay.
I think it's a guide. Damage. Yeah, I think it's a guide for the left hand. I think that's what he likes. Sometimes he's a bit left hand happy in his fights. You know, he stands square and lets the left hand go.
Krasniqi with another solid body shot. You said in the last round, you wonder if Braehmer's trying to just draw him onto something. Well, he's not showing us an awful lot of offense, is he? Just the odd pouring jab with the occasional left hand thrown into the mix. Not an awful lot of ambition being shown by Braehmer in the last round or two.
Well, again, the adventurous stuff coming from the challenger. I don't understand Braehmer's tactics at the moment. I don't.
And out of range as well, and Krasniqi manages to catch him. And Krasniqi again continuing to be the aggressor. Braehmer taking what looks to be another round off. That is giving Krasniqi grounds for real optimism here.
And the right hand's working, but then he
gets tagged again though.
With one
left hand has turned it again, and Krasniqi's forced to cling on.
That's what he's been looking for the last two rounds. Just the opportunity to let that left hand go. That's the one. Now he's on the front foot. Now he's in control.
Gets tagged though, Braehmer, but he's looking for the left hand, lands it again. Krasniqi really feels it when he throws those power punches with the left. And Braehmer will know that better than anybody.
Well, this makes it debatable now. I mean, it looked as though Krasniqi was on his way to winning the round simply because Braehmer wasn't doing anything. But he's back into the driving seat again. He's certainly landed the best punches of the round.
Yeah, and Braehmer on the front foot ever since he landed that big left hand.
Yeah, he's taken it away from Krasniqi.
It's a real worry if you're a Krasniqi supporter that he is so clearly shaken every time Braehmer does connect cleanly with that left hand. I mean, this isn't the first time it's happened.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't used the left hand the last couple of rounds because that is his weapon. That's with the power, he generates the power. And one punch is able to take everything away from Krasniqi. So I wonder, will he get onto the front foot? Or is it just in his nature, you know, to counter, to come forward, to draw leads and counter with that solid right hand? It worked in that round. Will he continue with that?
Well, the punches that have hurt Krasniqi have been counters. But as you say, what would happen if Juergen Braehmer decides, right, front foot time, I'm going to try and push you back? How will Krasniqi respond to that? Fascinating little battle here brewing up as we go into round 6.
Well, these are better jabs that Braehmer's throwing at the start of the round. He was kind of fiddling with it in the previous rounds. Yeah, but more business-like now.
They're shaking every time he lands it. And Krasniqi forced to hold again. That was a hook round the side that did the damage. Krasniqi hanging on again, and this is becoming an epidemic now. Every time Braehmer connects, Krasniqi hangs on.
He's looking so comfortable again, Braehmer. You know, he's on his toes, looking really alert. The left hand ready at all times, there it goes.
You're right, Jim, he's going to draw him on, so that he can stick that left-hand counter on him.
Yeah, you can see he's clever. I mean, you know, I say, but when you look at the Kovalev and Stevenson, okay, you're wondering, should this guy be calling himself world champion as well? The ordinary champion as opposed to the super champion, but he is a classy operator, no question about that.
Followed up nicely with the left again. And looking comfortable here, Braehmer.
I mean, it's difficult for Krasniqi. Every time he shows a little bit of adventure and he's clipped. You know, he feels the power, he's stunned. So it's difficult circumstances to work under. And
whilst Krasniqi has landed some power punches of his own, Jim, Braehmer looks to have been able to take them.
Yep, no effect.
That's the difference.
That was the difference. As early as the second round, they both landed big shots, but Krasniqi was the one with the problems. Krasniqi's not moving in behind the jab now because he knows what's coming if he overreaches. So he's jabbing at long range. He's going to have to bring the right hand in, you know, throw two punches, because against a counter puncher, the one thing you don't do is throw single leads.
And he's such a straight lines guy as well, Krasniqi. He's not an angles boxer. Braehmer can see him coming.
Yep, well, looking much more comfortable again, Braehmer. back doing what he does best.
Die war gut, 1, 2 locker, ein bisschen Zeit versetzt, weißt du, weil dann immer wieder aufmacht.
Well, that is a corner that isn't showing any real concern. This one is on track and on schedule at the moment. What a real renaissance, hasn't he, since 2011, when he had all those weird up and downers, when he wouldn't get on the plane to face Nathan Cleverly, and he went to Kazakhstan and then flounced out. He had a fight lined up there against Bybet Shubanov, just flounced out. So he didn't like the way he was being treated. I think a lot of people thought he'd packed it in, but we look at your card, Jim, I don't think there's too many arguments with that.
No, well, I mean, I think it was the fifth round I was scoring towards Krasniqi, and then it was just taken away from him.
Krasniqi landed a good right hand, and now is working the body. Now that's a change of tactic from Krasniqi. Will he continue that? Braehmer goes downstairs.
Stop.
I've seen an awful lot of body work from these two thus far. But
I think this is the place to be, because when he stands off at full range, he's been picked off with counters up close. When Braehmer doesn't have the room to work, maybe a bit more success. So this is quite good stuff from Krasniqi. Just a little change in his plans.
Missing badly there, but clearly definitely trying to get closer. Put some pressure on his 36-year-old opponent, but
I don't know if Braehmer can generate the power up close with the short, jolting punches. So maybe that's a safer place to be. Good work again from Krasniqi, a little bit wild there. But he seems a bit more comfortable up close. Good solid jab.
Straight, and then followed up with a long right hand that Braehmer did see coming and started to move away from it. But it's much better, this, from Krasniqi. Now, can he keep it going? Because he's been here before and had it taken away by a jolting left hand. But this has been a much better round for him. And a big swinging right hand, and Braehmer backing up now.
But that was nice upper body movement, you know, swaying from side to side and coming back with the punches. That was clever. He's been marching straight forward up to now. This is much better. So a little change in plan, but he's been picked off now as he comes forward. Yep, he's slipping the punches a little bit more now as opposed to trying to block them. Both landing there.
Both still headhunting. They had that little attack at the body each earlier in the round. And it's gone back to plan A again. But so far, better for Krasniqi.
Yeah, this has been a good round if he just keeps his concentration, keeps his chin down.
Out of range there, though. And Braehmer tries to go to work with the left hand. He just about blocked those off, Krasniqi. And may just about have done enough to take that round as well. Good effort from him, definite change of tempo. Got close, worked the body, had some early success.
Yeah, up close he was doing well. Maybe Braehmer can't generate the same power up close. Maybe he needs the distance to get the power into his punches. Just looking uncomfortable at times. That's the range Braehmer likes to be working at, when he can pinpoint the long punches. Good work in that round, I thought, from Krasniqi.
Alles klar? Stellst du mich? Ja, gut. Ja? Das ist sehr gut. Setz ihn immer wieder locker aus der Bewegung ein bisschen mit Unterdruck.
But he's going to need a lot more of it.
Hat auch ein Ziel.
Now this is around the time of the fight where we start to find the answer to one of the questions in this one, which was, how would Juergen Braehmer cope over 12 rounds? Would he start to slow down? Krasniqi will certainly be hoping he can. If Krasniqi could just step it up a notch, this could get very interesting indeed. And the rounds are flashing by. He's not out of this yet, the challenger.
Being that Braehmer's the one with the power, you wonder why he's content to let Krasniqi keep coming forward. You know, on the back foot, Braehmer seems able to take it away from him.
Stop. Here we go.
Sometimes the thinking fighters can be a little bit lazy. They don't want to work at a real pace. They want to think when they're doing all up their left hand again.
Once again.
That's the
Look what
forearm.
happened. A straight, short left hand thudded through. And you know when Krasniqi's hurt, he holds, but he recovers well, Jim.
Yeah, but well, that's the sign of being in good shape. But I mean, every full-blooded shot that Braehmer lands has him in trouble. So I wonder why he's not taking it to him more often than he's doing.
Stop.
He's showing great determination and courage, Krasniqi.
Well, there's not much more he can do, and he does have his limitations. That's better. Good body work. Not just a single punch downstairs. I think there's more there for Krasniqi if he wants to take it. Once Braehmer starts getting that nuisance jab going, that's when Krasniqi really starts to struggle. Very long looping right hand, but again, Braehmer saw it coming.
Yeah, I think that was the wrist that landed there. He just slipped inside it. But full credit to Krasniqi. He's giving it a real go here. He's not really getting the accuracy, but he's making Braehmer work. Braehmer looking uncomfortable at the moment.
Caught with that left again. Spun all the way back to the ropes, and then just buys himself a few more seconds. Every single time that left hand lands clean from Braehmer, look at the effect it has on him.
See, that's another instance where they both land punches, but Braehmer's is the one that counts. Just one punch, and he takes everything away from Krasniqi.
He's lucky that the bell's coming, because he's in trouble here. Krasniqi lands a left of his own, but Braehmer is walking through him now and breaking him up, and there goes the bell. And he needed that. And yet again, all that good work that Krasniqi was doing, just pecking away, building himself back into it, gets taken out with one big punch. There's that big wrist shot you were talking about, and you're absolutely right, it did miss the target. Looked good from the back of the hall.
Then they both landed, bang, bang, but look who's the one knocked onto the heels. I mean, that was as good a punch as Krasniqi can muster. No effect. And then it's taken away from him again with that solid left hand. If that had happened earlier in the round, who knows? But they just run out of time. But this is the reason that Krasniqi can't afford to be too adventurous. It's a real tough job for him.
But if he isn't adventurous, he can't win the fight. He's got to take risks.
I wonder why Braehmer doesn't take the centre of the ring more than he's doing.
I think he's comfortable with his counters, Jim. I think he's just happy saying, well, you come at me, you know, you're not showing me any frills or finesse. I know what's coming. I'll deal with it, and I'll get you with those left-hand counters, which he's doing.
I just feel if he goes forward, he could probably get this fella out of there. You know, he's pot shotting with good, solid, accurate counters, but not pressurising Krasniqi. I think if he was going forward, a nice left hand there, he's boxing nicely at the moment, though, Braehmer.
Stop. Yeah.
Well, Krasniqi couldn't put any more into this than he's doing. He's giving it a real go.
But he is yet to hurt Braehmer. And he's landed solid, meaningful punches.
And the crowd responding to everything that Braehmer does.
Yeah, Krasniqi has his supporters, but it's a Braehmer house, no question. And if he starts to push Krasniqi back, which he won't do if Krasniqi can carry on landing punches like that. But again, not much effect. He needs punches in bunches here, Krasniqi. And as you say, he's putting everything he's got into this. This is a big assault from Krasniqi here in round 9. And he is backing Braehmer up.
This is terrific work from Krasniqi. He took his bumps in this round, but come through them. I wonder, is some of the steam leaving Braehmer's punches? I don't know.
Well, it was just Braehmer on the front foot there, and Krasniqi's managed to push him back. But he put a lot into that assault. And Braehmer is still there, and Braehmer has nailed him again. And he's all over the place. Just kept up by the ropes.
Well, do you know, I wouldn't have called that a knockdown. I mean, he wasn't between the ropes. He bounced off the top rope. But maybe he's due a little bit of a break.
Well, those left hands are getting through, and he's going to need more help if he's going to get through this. Tony Weeks having a real good look at this. Coming apart at the seams here, Krasniqi. But showing tremendous resilience. Never stopped, remember. But in terrible, terrible shape. Last few seconds. He hears the rap on the ring apron. And is going to survive the round, but Tony Weeks obviously made the decision there that the ropes kept him up, which is why he administered the count. But whichever way you look at it, a massive, massive round for Juergen Braehmer, who just nodded at his corner when he went back to it, when he went back to them, as if to say, I'm in control now, don't worry. And all that off the back of a tremendous assault from Robin Krasniqi. What on earth can this man do? Every time he does anything at all, he gets punished for it.
Yeah, and that was a punishing round for him. That's knocked a lot out of the tank, I think. So if Braehmer goes for him now, I said there's some damage in the lip there. That's a
nasty one.
Yeah, that's a nasty cut he has in his top lip. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that should have been a knockdown, but I'm quite pleased it was called because it gave Krasniqi a little bit of a breather.
It's waved off. It's waved off. For the first time in his career, Robin Krasniqi is stopped. Juergen Braehmer has sent out a message to Nathan Cleverly and anybody else who wants to listen. 36 years old, but still carrying serious power with those left hands. And not ready to go anywhere quietly just yet. He has successfully retained his WBA light heavyweight title and did so in some style. He was asked questions and the response was sensational.
Well, what happened last week with Kovalev, you know, he needed a special performance, you know, because he wants to be looked upon on the same pedestal as those guys. But the fight we had last week between Kovalev and Pascal, he's to follow that up, and I think he did it in style. Full credit to Krasniqi for his contribution. He gave it everything. He couldn't have put any more into it. It maybe go down as an injury stoppage, but let's face it, there was not much point here. It's a terrible cut. It'll go down as an injury stoppage, but I think the end was in sight for Krasniqi. I think his resistance had been knocked out of him in that round. Every time he took a clean shot, he was in trouble.
Tony Weeks coming into the corner and checking it out, and then saying, that's it, they've announced that they've stopped it, and I'm with you, Jim, they absolutely did the right thing there, because Krasniqi had given everything. Celebration time for the 36-year-old Juergen Braehmer. Done it again. And as you say, with boxing politics being the way it is, you mentioned the names of Kovalev and Stevenson. In this arena, they'll say, never heard of either of them. Juergen Braehmer's our man.
Yep, and if Nathan Cleverly gets the next nod, then that sets it up nicely, doesn't it? Sets it up nicely. That was a terrific performance. Can't really fault that. He did it exactly the way he wanted to do it. There were times I was expecting him to take the fight by the scruff of the neck and go forward, but he was happy with what he was doing. Everything was falling into place, and then he scored the stoppage.
And I feel tremendous sympathy for Robin Krasniqi, who gave it everything he had and is absolutely devastated on his stool at the moment. But it must have been so sickening for Krasniqi that for all that success he had, every time he landed, Braehmer came back and hit him, and not only landed those left hands, but hurt him every time. Well, this, remember, coming off the back of that good Krasniqi work, and he was all over the place. That's where the referee decided, you know what, I'm counting that as a knockdown, which Jim doesn't agree with.
No, well, I think when you bounce off the top rope, I don't think it's been a knockdown. If you're down, on the way down and the ropes keep you up, he was knocked onto his heels. But I'm glad it happened, because he deserved a little bit of respite, and he got it. So I mean, it had no bearing on the fight
this
anyway.
This fight ends at 1 second into the round number 10. Your winner by TKO, and still the WBA light heavyweight champion of the world, Juergen Braehmer.
So Juergen Braehmer still rules the roost in Germany, beating rival Robin Krasniqi. After the break, we'll have analysis and plenty more action to come.
Let's also hear it for this tough warrior, ladies and